Hi everyone. I didn't prepare any slides, so maybe we can make up some time. So basically, I work at UITS, so the Technology Services Organization. I'm part of the Applied Technology Lab, as Jenny mentioned. And primarily what the lab is just a small group of people who evaluate new technologies and write white papers for leadership. But my manager, Tony Walker, and I are part of a wearables working group. And the goals of this working group are to facilitate the use of wearable technology in teaching and research and learning. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are all aware of this. It's kind of a new resource, and to just kind of get you guys thinking about what that might mean for you. So basically, the wearables working group consists of some staff collaborating with faculty on this campus and also at some of the regional campuses and working with some wearable technologies. And currently, we have 3 pilot projects that we're focusing on primarily. And the first of these is I'm collaborating with apparel merchandising to work with design students and get them thinking about using technology in fashion and kind of get people inventing some new wearables and designing some new wearable concepts. And that's kind of a longer term project, but yesterday they had the retail organization just did their fashion show last night, and basically it's like the graduation project for all the fashion students, and they were able to, in a really short amount of time over the last couple of weeks, incorporate some wearable technology into their fashion show, which was really fun to do. And we're going to continue collaborating to come up with some additional things that we can do with wearable technology and design, and other faculty we can collaborate with. We also have another pilot, and we're starting out in with some folks at South Bend, and what they want to do is use head-mounted displays like the Oculus Rift, which is kind of a virtual reality headset, to visualize some archaeological sites and let people walk around and explore 3-dimensional representations of these sites, some of which people can't even really access because they are underground or tombs that people aren't really allowed in, and someone could go in there and document it and then put it out there for the world to actually explore in 3 dimensions with a headset like this. And then the third one that we're looking at is student feedback. And although I didn't bring slides, I did bring some props. So when I talk about these glasses, I want you to see what they look like because they're not at all scary. But basically, these are camera glasses, and I'm working with some folks in brain sciences and in the English department. And what they're doing in the English department is putting these glasses on, and when they mark up the paper, they can record their comments, and you can see it. So they can upload this video to Canvas or Encores, whatever, and the student can get this video that tells them exactly what their instructor was thinking when they marked the paper up. Instead of a cryptic note, they can see where they wrote the note, or the underlining in red pen, and then they can hear their actual thoughts and give them an opportunity to actually process that and correct what they're doing. And in brain sciences, they're looking at, potentially working on dissections and using these glasses. And there are other potential ways that you could use video recording glasses. So, for example, in medical school or something like that, where someone has to practice something, and then the instructor could really see how the student walked through that process. So, for example, bedside manner, things like that, where you want to see how someone actually did something. Or even in online classes, if you really want to communicate something that is tangible or 3-dimensional, it's hard to do that just with a webcam and kind of talking about it. And this just gives a different perspective, so it's fun. It's kind of an easy wearable. And so those are the 3 that we've started with, but we're still soliciting new ideas. We have a lot of ideas that we haven't explored yet because this is a new project. And so some of those are things like, maybe working with Healthy IU to try Fitbits for staff and faculty and see if that helps people be healthier. Other ideas are things like using tracking devices in human performance instruction and being able to track motion and maybe teach that. Music, so for example at this fashion show there was a DJ, and we used this motion controller, and the DJ was able to play his music set by waving his hands around in the air, and it was kind of a new way to interface with the technology and to do music. And these are tools that the students might be interested in exploring and just give them a new way of interacting with computing, a new way of interacting with learning, and maybe help it stick a little more or just be fun, because that's important too. And so there are just a massive wealth of tools out there, and too many for me to really enumerate right here and right now. But I just want you guys to know that we're here as a group to support you. If you have any ideas, if there's something you think you might want to try, if you have any questions, you know, or want to know more, feel free to contact me. I have my cards and things here today, so I can give you that if you don't know how to get a hold of me, and we can talk about it. So, yeah, and that's basically it.